Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of U-Talk Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah.
This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. There's Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's that real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. Is that U-Talk?
Yeah,
It's U-Talk, baby.
yeah.
It's U-Talk, baby.
#1 podcast.
Yeah. U-Talk family. What go on? This is your boy D, and you know I got my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. in the building. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us without you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Kane Nation, the family is in the building. We want to apologize for the delay. We had some technical difficulties that we had to sort out. So we want to say we're sorry that we're running behind. Hope everybody had a great week. Happy Friday to you. What's going on, Kane Nation, U-Talk family, man? Let's shout out some of the family. I see we got our guy, Brother Jay Blaze in the building. We got our brother Derek Alford, of course, in the building. We got our brother B Mike in the building. We got our brother I Mike's in the building. What's going on, family? How's everybody doing tonight? We love all of you guys, and we're going to have a great show tonight. And the topic of the night, man, Eric Myrick is in the building, man. Our brother Eric Myrick, what it do, man? What's going on? The topic tonight, Larry Frank, since we've been gone a long time, and I know you guys have seen this probably on other shows. Hello, mother. How you doing tonight? Love your sweetness.
Hello.
I know you guys have been seeing it. Daryl Drakeford. Boy, there go D Drake, man. What up, D Drake, man? What's good, brother? How you been, man? Happy New Year's to you, man. It's been a while. And I know you guys have, other shows have done their take on the coordinators who've been hired, and we've been gone for a while, man. Shout out to Just Chase, man, our brother. And we're going to give our fan base and we're going to give our listeners an opportunity to chime in. And the first position coach that we're going to talk about tonight is no other than the man himself, the defensive coordinator, Mr. Lance Guidry. We're going to talk about him tonight. And, we want to know what's your message to our new defensive coordinator. If you could send him a message, what would you tell him? What would you say to him? And we're going to give you, because we're the people show, we're fans, and we're going to give you the opportunity to vent tonight and call up, put it in the chats. We're going to put it up if you don't want to call, and tell us what you want to say to our new defensive coordinator. So starting off, man, let me introduce my guy again, Mr. Larry Frank Jr., man. You know I got to bring him in right, man. Y'all show my brother some love, man. Larry Frank Jr., Sherry Lewis, what's up? What's up, baby? Love your cousin.
What's up, Sherry?
So, man, I'm going to let Larry Frank, man, start it off, and we're going to see how Larry Frank week has been, man. Larry Frank, what's good? It's on you, brother.
Oh, man, it's been a great week. Just winding down, trying to enjoy the weekend. Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Been trying to kind of see how things have started off with this first week of spring practice. And thus far, it looks like things are starting to look positive, from a beginning standpoint, reading some good stuff about the offensive linemen, seeing where Maui Goa was taking reps with the first team. And, like I said, we ain't drinking, as you would say, D, that Jim Jones juice. We just going to sit back one day at a time and, and we don't need to be following, no call or nothing like that. So just
Come on
chilling.
with
But
it.
yeah,
God,
bro,
stop
just
it.
chilling. Just chilling. What up, Kyle? What up? But nah, man, kind of to reiterate what D said, we got a lot of new coaches on staff, a lot of changes, and I think one of the things that we tend to do every year is we just kind of get wrapped up in the hype, and we don't really break down spot for spot, coach for coach. We just kind of do it all as a whole. So, we decided that over the next couple of weeks, we got time till football season. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to look at all of the coaching changes. We're going to look at who's been hired and maybe compare and contrast what they bring to the table, be it better or maybe for worse than who they replace. So starting it off this week with our newest defensive coordinator, Mr. Guidry.
Well, we're going to talk about it. Again, y'all, it's the People Show. It's the People Show. Brother Jay say, question, will you do another event party game season? Oh, definitely. Definitely. We got some coming up brewing real soon, Jay Blaze. So we still putting some stuff together right now. We should have word here in the next month. Just looking at some different venues somewhere down in South Beach right now, man. But most definitely.
I'm going to get my moves. I'm going to break my moves out again, boy. I was rolling
Blaze,
last year.
you better be done this year, Blaze. You probably holding you to it, but my boy Taz in the building.
Taz Haitian Canes in the building.
Haitian Canes in the building. Blaze, you better be there this year, man. For sure, man. But we'll definitely be letting you guys know what's going on here in the next month. Just still working out some things right now. We had a blast last year. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys this year, man, who couldn't attend last year. But let's talk about this DC, man. Larry Frank, he was with Marshall last year. Extensive background, man. Definitely got a lot of experience. Not in the Power 5, but I mean a lot of experience. What's your take, man, from what you've been seeing, man? Because I was able to catch Marshall last year. I think I seen him play a little bit against Georgia Southern. I know they won. I think it's like 23-7, 23-10 or something like that, man. But I seen a lot of the defensive ends in his defense, Larry Frank. They like to stand up at the line. Now I don't know if that's good or bad. Again, I one thing I did see was that on second and third down that he was very aggressive. He liked to send pressure. So I want to get your thoughts in, kind of what you saw when you did or whenever you had a chance to watch Marshall last year, man, or just your take on the DC, man. What are your thoughts?
He brings forth a lot of complex blitzing packages, and that's a good thing because, I don't find that we blitzed enough. Now, obviously, we couldn't blitz as much as we wanted to because if we did, we would have been giving up a lot of space over the top. The one-on-one matchups, if we couldn't get to the quarterback like we wanted, they were going to have time to eat, and they were going to eat like they was at a buffet line. So, but the thing about Lance Guidry that I do like, he's very, very much engaged with the team more, his defense more specifically. He's a guy that will definitely get to you. He'll light a fire under you, and he kind of has a similar approach to the game as I see from Mario. He's not one that we're used to seeing standing by on the sidelines, arms folded, just watching everything unfold and trying to just, I hope it gets better. He's somebody that actually looks like he gets involved, gets engaged. If a player makes a mistake, he'll get down, he'll bring them back up. And by the same token, he'll calm you down if it has to as well. So that's one good thing that I like. 51 years old. He's from Welch, Louisiana. Welch is right there, about maybe 5-10 miles outside of Lake Charles. What's up, King Battle? How you doing, my brother? Yeah, that pollen getting us all right now with the springtime.
Everybody.
But yes. I just cleared out earlier this afternoon, brother. But
yes, sir.
little background on him. As I said, he's 51 years old, so he's relatively young. A younger guy. Compared to what we had with Kevin Steele. He played at Welch High School. Went right there to Lake Charles to McNeese State University. His MO is defensive back. That's what he played, and that's his emphasis. So honestly, I think that bodes well, or it could bode well, I should say, because I think given how the defensive back play has been the last couple of years, getting burnt and all of that, I think he's the type of coach that's going to put a lot of emphasis on just the fundamentals of the DB position, excuse me. He had a lot of stops. He started off coaching high school, and then he wound up, I got his coaching thing right here, Leeville and Carencro High School in the late 90s. 2000, he was a DB coach at his alma mater, McNeese State. He was actually the DC for a couple of years. And then he went on to move up to bigger institutions. Miami of Ohio defensive back coach. He was the interim head coach at Miami, Ohio, and Western Kentucky. And he just went back and forth to McNeese State. But the thing about it, like we said before, and then most recently rounding it out, 2019, he was the DB of Southeastern Louisiana, safeties coach at Florida Atlantic, and last 2021, 2022, DC and safeties coach at Marshall. The thing, like I said before, that really kind of just, I don't want to say scares me, but just has me thinking in the back of my mind is never had a Power 5 opportunity. So, like I said, I'm not hating. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being real. I'm just being real and being objective. The fact that he has never had a Power 5 opportunity, it's a lot to take in, because this thing could go one or two ways, obviously. It could either be, it could work out great and we could hit lightning in a bottle, or he could be a dud, so that's the thing about it. Real quick, just to break it down, he does bring the same defense, the 4-2-5 that we have had the last couple of years. And here's the thing. This is one thing I want to do tonight. I really dug deep into a 4-2-5 defense. We talk about it, but we don't never really break it down. We don't never really understand it. We just call it for what it is. So for those who maybe haven't played ball, maybe don't know the understandings or the optics of it, let's break down the 4-2-5 defense. The 4-2-5 defense is basically a cross between a 4-4 and a 4-3. If you go back in the previous years, back in the day, you didn't have these power offenses, power spread offenses, these fast offenses. You had more traditional I formation base offenses. So you didn't need to have a defense with a fifth DB in there. You had a 4-4, with your 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers to help stop the run. And if your guys were on an island, they were pretty much good enough at the corner position to do what they had to do. Or you had a 4-3 to do the same thing. You just kind of adjusted. Well, the 4-2-5 came into play when these offenses got faster. You had to get a defense that was able to get fast enough to match up with these fast up-tempo offenses. So what you did was you essentially took away, quote unquote, that linebacker spot and replaced it with a DB, but make no mistake about it. These are hybrid players. You got guys that are safeties that could be linebackers. You got different positions, guys that are linebackers that can be, on the defensive line. It's all about having a hybrid player to be able to interchange. So with that being said, I just want to break some stuff down. When the 4-2-5 basically came into its inception, your outside linebackers initially became safeties. So that's why, you always would see, faster outside linebackers that maybe could cover a little bit. So they were able to help out in coverage. So hence the 4-2-5 with the fifth DB. The 4-2-5 is designed to give you better gap control. Like when you find those teams, go back a couple of years ago to when North Carolina ran it down our throats and just set new records and stuff like that. That defense is designed to have the DB come up and transition from the safety position to a linebacker position, fill the gap, stop the run. It's also designed to help control and set the edge. If you get a lot of outside plays, sweeps, tosses, whatever, you got that fast player right there. He can come back up in there, and then he can turn it back in. So at the end of the day, that's where good linebacker play comes in if you have the right personnel. Notice where I'm going with all of this, because when you really start looking at the breakdown of the 4-2-5 and what it's supposed to do, think about where we fell short the last couple of years, and it's kind of easy to see why it didn't work. Also, not only do you have all of that, you got good blitz angles. You got complex blitz angles. And that goes back to what I like about Lance Guidry, having some complex blitz packages that he had when he was with Marshall. On paper, from what the 4-2-5 is supposed to provide, it seems like he's got a fundamental foundation of running it effectively. So now we just got to sit back and wait and see if he's going to be able to do the same thing with what we got. Basically, with your personnel, we talk about having hybrid players. When we talk about hybrid players, no longer is a defensive end a true defensive end. A defensive end in this day and age can either go inside to be a tackle, or he can go back and become an outside linebacker, because that's the hybridness of him at that position, being that player. Stiff safeties, they can drop down and become linebackers. Oversized linebackers, as I just said, they can drop down and become ends. Oversized ends, they can move over to become tackles. And traditionally, your biggest defensive lineman would become your nose guard. So, it's just important to remember the foundation of what the 4-2-5 is, and you got to have it coached right. Personnel has to be right. Some of the hybrid players we got right now, I mean, I'll just give you a couple examples of the hybrid players. You got Jaden Wayne. Jaden Wayne can actually drop back and probably play a little bit of linebacker. He's built to be able to do something like that. Caleb Spencer, linebacker. He could be a safety. Vice versa. He can be interchanged in either way. Cam was a safety. Now, in my opinion, Cam can play three positions. Cam can come up and play linebacker. But Cam, I think, also could play a little bit of corner. He's just that talented. James Williams, what were we saying all last year? Whiffing on tackles, why not play him at linebacker, put him in some linebacker packages? Well, that's where I think Kevin Steele may have dropped the ball a little bit. Maybe you should have had some packages designed where James Williams could have played a little bit of linebacker, and then maybe he would have been a little bit more fundamentally sound and played better at the safety position, You just didn't have it with the personnel, and then you look at Bobby Washington coming in in the linebackers. I mean, Bobby Washington is a linebacker that's got DB speed. So the beginning of bringing in the hybrid players to run this defensive effectively, I think we're starting to get the type of players that can come in and run it effectively. Now you need to keep on bringing in those players that can run this defense effectively, but you still have to be able to coach it. You have to plug your personnel in. The only thing that I hate when I looked at how this 4-2-5 should be with 3 DBs, or 3 safeties, essentially, either one that can play linebacker and 2 cornerbacks. Imagine if we would have had James Williams, Avante Williams, and Cam. We all said that's what it should have been all season anyway. So imagine if Avante would have stayed and you could have had those 3 at the safety position. Whoever can drop down, play that other linebacker spot, and then you got your other 2 cornerbacks. Just saying, man, you just got to know how to coach it. And if you don't know how to coach it and don't know how to utilize what you got, it's going to be problems. And we saw that firsthand with Kevin Steele and the personnel situation.
Thanks, Larry Frank. Thanks. I mean, I guess my question is going to be, will he be able to coach the so-called better talent that we have on this roster versus what he had at Marshall? Yeah. Because, you and I spoke about the category so-called of he led the nation in 10 categories defensively. He was in the top 10 in defensive categories last year. But, Marshall was 9-4, I think, last year or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know that record exact.
Played a lot of Sun Belt teams. Right. I don't know, man. A lot of teams that was below 500. We'll see. But looking forward to it. If I had a message to give him, I want to say, like you say, be aggressive. We weren't aggressive enough on defense last year, especially blitzing. I want to know if the defensive ends will ever come back to what we were accustomed to seeing maybe 2 or 3 years ago when we had Jalen Phillips, when we had Greg Rousseau. Will we get that type of play? Will he be able to coach the defensive ends where we'll see, pressure from the defensive line? All we can do is wait and see, y'all. That's it. I just want to be able to generate pressure and for him to be able to send some of these different packages that Larry Frank talked about to be able to get pressure, because we couldn't get no pressure on the quarterback last year. And I want to see more of Leonard Taylor on the field 3 downs. I don't want to see Leonard Taylor for 1 down out of a series. Let Leonard Taylor eat. That's my message. I want to see Leonard Taylor. I want to see Akeem Mesidor go back to his natural position at defensive tackle because he's not a DN. Right. So we'll see. Talk family, the lines are open. If you're ready, we ready for you. So go ahead and call up, man. Let's do it, man. So what are your thoughts, Larry Frank? What do you think? You think that he will be able to coach up the talent that we have? Because like you say, I think that this class, I think he's bringing some good players in.
You know what? I don't think it's so much that.
Hold the line, caller. 1 second. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, real quick, and we'll toss it to the phones. I don't think it's so much that I think he can coach it up. I think it's more can first of all, it's got to start at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen, I just gave a basic breakdown, and I mean, I didn't even get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have or like I should have. But can he do the same principle and teach? This is the time where you start teaching and implementing what it's supposed to do. This is the time where you start getting with different positions and say, look, this is your job. This is what you need to do. And you get with this one. This is what you need to do. Before you can coach it up, can you properly teach it? Can you properly give the fundamentals, tell them what they have to do fundamentally? And then it's time to get the repetitions and get them to start picking it up. So I really got to see if they can even run this thing effectively. Because if you look at some other programs, that they run that 4-2-5 to perfection. And they're able to create turnovers. They'll be able to wreak havoc. They get the blitz packages. They get in the backfield. They can bring the quarterback down. They can force turnovers. That's what a 4-2-5 is supposed to do. What people don't understand real quick, and I'll be wrap this quick up real quick, is a 4-2-5. You're not going to stop these fast tempo offenses today from scoring. They're going to score. The key with this defense and what you got today is you want to be able to at least hold them in check to an extent, create turnovers to get more possessions for your offense. You will no longer have a team that's going to average 12 points a game on defense. Right now, you're looking at, can we win ball games and we're winning 45-27? I'm okay with that type of stuff. That's what it's supposed to do. So, but call it time. Come
on, caller, talk to us. You on with you talk.
Man, you already know what time it is. I'm from down south, baby. 954-305 type.
Come on with it, man. Kyle Stalling, man. Baby. Look at that all in the building, y'all.
Hey, and you better go find me for our people from Miami that's hearing out right now. That's listening out. You better go find me right there in the Baja, right across the street from the stadium.
Oh yeah,
I'm originally from that area.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good take, Larry Frank. Talking about the defense. I mean, I'm sure you could have went a little bit more in depth with it. But you did good. You gave someone that don't actually know what it is about. You gave at least the baseline, the fundamentals of what it's we're designed for. But like I say, facts. It's the coaching up, because I always said, even if you go back, Dev, you go back to your last couple of years with Manny, and what I always say, this guy run the defense that he just looked at what somebody else was running, and he put it together. Because Manny wasn't trained to run this at Florida State when Mickey did Mickey. what the damn man is from Florida State?
Mickey Joseph.
When he first became a GA back then at Florida State back in the early 90s.
I think
he didn't run this when he was at. He didn't run this defense when Texas fired him.
Right.
So all of a sudden now he gets to Miami. Let me change my damn defense up, because all that shit that I ran into other programs and got fired from didn't work. So he looked at a defense that didn't work. Now I think with this DC we have now, you only can play with what you got. All right. He had Marshall. It's not like he's recruiting strong 3-stars and, average 4-stars and 5-star players. But he got to be able to coach up a little more to understand what he's trying to do. Yeah, granted, he's playing against FAU, FIU type schools. But if it was effective playing against those schools, now that he got the personnel, then he have to teach so much to run the defense. They're a lot more faster. So his blitz patch and stuff like that may be more exciting now, because of the talent he has to run. And then the bottom line is this is his defense. He know how to run his defense. Not like Manny. Manny just put that defense together because everybody that's moving to this. But Manny defense only looks good the first year. I mean, a lot of people say that already. The first, maybe the second year, third year, Manny Diaz defense ain't about shit because he don't know how to coach, keep it. He don't know how to sustain it.
Right.
Now, hopefully, this coach come in. He already know how to run the 4-2-5 defense because that's his defense. Hell, he got the personnel now. Manny just didn't know how to coach it. He has the personnel to run this defense. Granted that we took a drop in the last couple of cycles of recruiting defensive tackles, but as far as other personnel, we have that. That's why I feel like I ain't gonna say he'll slam dunk higher, but as far as scheme, if he's a good coach that know how to scheme against other teams with this defense, the sky's the limit because we can't be no worse than what the fuck we was last year. Can't be no worse.
I can agree with that. No, right. I can agree with that.
I agree with it too.
Yeah, and I threw the little joke out there. I think I seen the coach at Cowboys. Cowboys a club right down the street from McNeese State. Yeah, I just go in there and tear it up. I just tear it up back in 07 to 2000. Not 07, 2009 to 2011. That's when I was stationed at Polk, and we used to always go down to McNeese State and set up, Military Appreciation Week on the home games down there.
Yeah. Polk, Polk, right up the road. He 171.
Yeah, I might have shook his hand way back then because I used to be all up in the press box with the recruits and stuff like that. I'll be into the football stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They treat us military guys like VIPs when we used to do them. Static displays with all our military equipment and stuff like that for the kids and for the community to see some of the stuff that we use. But that's good take there, Frank, what you said, man. I ain't gonna be on long. I know everybody else want to get on tonight. I just want to be the first one.
Sure. Oh, no doubt. You good, bro. You good.
I'm gonna keep listening out, and I got good faith. I got good faith in the coach. But like they said the other day in the press conference, I think that was Tuesday or Wednesday, when one of the sports beats asked the question, what players are standing out, what players doing this, what players doing that, and they both coaches did echo and say, these guys ain't show me nothing until we put pads on.
Come on.
That's when I really determine who's doing what out there.
Come on.
Nice.
That's about the best thing I heard them say the whole time.
Because it's real.
That's something rare you don't hear a coach say.
Right.
At least not at Miami anyway. Now I can hear like Jeremy Johnson saying something like that, or maybe like a Randy Shannon, even Mario even will say something crazy like that every now and then. You catch him when this team start winning, Mario, trust me, his swag gonna come all the way out. Trust me, he'll be a lot more aggressive. He won't be that politician talk shit like he's doing now.
But can you blame him?
It been so goddamn long, right?
Right.
In a minute.
All right, but y'all take care, man. I let Jay Blaze and all the boys. I know they ready to get on right now.
All right.
And you take care, man. Y'all boys stay up.
All right, love you, man, Kyle. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.
You too, brother. Be good.
All right, you too, Frank.
Later.
It's you talk, baby.
Yo, yeah, it's Friday night, man. You on with you talk, man. Y'all come on. Y'all come on, man. Come on with it, man. It's your night. It's the People Show. Let me throw the number up here, man, if you forgot the number. It's been a while, man. Second show bite. Starting into the year. Jay Blaze is in the building. I think this is Jay Blaze. It's you talk. Call us. State your name and where you're calling from.
It's Jay Blaze. What's going on? It's brother Jay.
Yeah. I thought it was Jay Blaze. What it do? I thought it was our guy. I thought it was. Hey. What's up, Blaze?
Not much, man. Hey, I'm retired from this fire department, man, and moving on to my next career. But fighting the fires over the years, man. It could tell a toll on you, though.
Well, congratulations, man, for retiring.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Move, I retired young. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
I'm moving on to the next chapter. But hey, a couple of things, man. A couple of things. Spring practice, spring game. You know, I'm looking for some things, man. I'm not expecting a lot because things are coming together and you're gonna have a lot of gelling to do. But it's certain things I'm looking for is tempo. You know, how the players are picking up the concept and aggressiveness. You know, because sometimes you can be so aggressive, you can over pursue your responsibility. You know, as a player, especially in the backfield as safeties. So it's, you know, a lot of times a lot of people say a corner got burnt, but really the safety is supposed to have been there over top. But we'll see, you know, we'll see what's going on. We lost out on Jaleel Skinner. He went to Arkansas. You know, we that's where we are. We at the bottom of the barrel, not even making the playoffs. You know, the bowl game. I'm saying playoffs, not even making the bowl game. You know, not being in the top 25. So we scratching and crawling coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I hope nobody has a lot of expectations. Don't drink the Kool-Aid this year. This year is not the year to drink the Kool-Aid. So
at all.
Brother, I'm drinking cool water.
Yeah, man, because, man, listen, I want Coach DVD on that field, man. I hope we all keep supporting that, you know, him being involved because, you know, we don't want that brother to be snatched up to another team when he has a lot of ability and a lot of knowledge and he can connect with the younger generation, you know, and they can relate to him. You know, it's a lot of qualities that DeMarcus Van Dyke, Coach DVD, can bring.
Hold on real quick, Blaze. So. Hold on, Blaze. Nah, he didn't mean Skinner. He meant Jaheim Singletary. Skinner still, he's still there. Yeah, he meant Singletary, B. Santa.
Yeah, Singletary.
Not Skinner.
Did I say Skinner?
You say Skinner.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I was like, what?
Hey, that cane juice biting. That cane juice biting.
Yes.
Hey, tell whoever said that, man. Hey, man, I meant Singletary. That's what I meant, Singletary, man. Hey, my bad. So,
no, you good.
Yeah.
So what would be your message? What would be your message to Lance Guidry? If you could give Lance, our new defensive coordinator, a message, what would you say to him?
Mix it up. Don't do both. Don't try to do both. You either going to attack or you're going to cover. Don't try to do both. When you try to do both, that's when you're going to get burnt. You know, and be patient. You're going to have patience with this young team who's learning your scheme. You know, I'm sure he's a veteran coach and he understands and getting the players to do what he's thinking, you know, with, you know, his scheme, how he wants things run. It takes time to process, you know, to achieve, because some players are X's and O's and some players are just hands on. You know, they're not practice players. They game players, you know, so. And you got a lot of different personalities when it comes to coaching. I've been coaching football for 22 years. I'm a fireman and a football coach. I've been coaching football for a long, long time. Coach Hayes knows this. But, man, I'm going to tell you, you know, understanding what you think as a coach and relating it to the young player, that's a whole different skill. A lot of people think that just because you was a Hall of Famer or you play at the highest level in football, yes, you know football knowledge, but can you relate and coach, teach, and develop young players? That takes a different skill set. You know, some people can do both and some can't. So, just like, man, I just want to give praise to Ed Reed, man. I just want to support him real quick while I'm on the phone. And Deion Sanders. You know, I support them brothers. I hope they, you know, they trying to uplift a lot of things. Some people, they 50-50 with them, but it's okay. You know, the light is at the end of the tunnel. So I want our team, UM, to be successful this season. you know, one step at a time. You know, one step at a time. So that's my expectations this year.
That's what's up. That's a good take.
I like that. I like that.
Hey, when that party come, you see y'all got that thing playing, man. Hey, man,
ready, boy. He ready. Brother Jay ready.
I'm getting that in my car. I'm driving. I'm going to do that commute. I'm bringing V12 with me.
You bringing 12? Yeah. Definitely bring 12, man. Yeah. Bring 12, man.
yeah, we V12 right down the street from me.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have some. I'm gonna have some details for you here. Like I said, we still trying to sketch out some venues down in South Beach right now. So we got some things. Got some things brewing. So I'll keep y'all posted and let you know when we find out exactly where we're gonna have it out, but it's in the making, though. But you better make sure you that this year, Blaze. You retired.
Yes.
Me and Frank don't want to hear nothing this year, son.
I'm gonna do my two-step.
Okay.
Well, Blaze, I'm gonna tell you something, my brother. Please come on in there and do your two-step so I can sit down a little bit. I can't do all the dancing, dog. Cause last year, boy, my back was hurting, boy.
Oh, he showed out last year, Blaze, but I got the video to show it too, Blaze. He showed out last year.
I drank whatever that concoction was we had. I guess that was the U-Talk juice we had, and boy, look, that U-Talk juice hit me, boy. Shoot, boy, I thought I was a Q-Dog, boy.
I couldn't get him off the dance floor, B-Mike. I couldn't get your boy off the dance floor, B-Mike. I couldn't pull him off.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that sunlight gonna hit your face. That next day gonna be recovery.
Oh, man, you should have seen
it. Was hurt.
That's
Yep.
Well, y'all, man, y'all be easy, man. Y'all take care. You know, and April 14th is coming. You know, it's coming. We don't expect a lot. I know all the players not going to be there, so you know, the young players going to step up, and that's going to build the depth on the team. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
All right, y'all be easy, man.
All right, man.
Let somebody else get on.
All right, brother Jay.
Love you, bro. Be safe.
Much love, brother Jay.
All right, take care, man.
All right, later. All right.
Yes, sir.
Right. Brother Dre Blaze, we got another caller, man. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Big Thomas, what's happening?
You how he come in? You how he come in, Larry? Boy, he the coolest dude in Jacksonville, Duval County is in the building, man.
Oh man,
it's U-Talk, baby.
Got to change it up. Like Guidry needs to change it up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's up, D-Hall? What up? What's good?
Y'all got me hyped now for that party, man. I can't wait.
Hey, listen, we gonna be down in the beach. We gonna be down in South Beach, like I told B Mike. Hey, D Offord, I couldn't pull my brother off the dance floor last year, man. I could. Hey, B Mike, he balled all night. You gonna help him out?
I'm gonna help him out. Yeah, I'm already in Planet Fitness now, trying to get ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one more shot at the 55 and up Chippendale. I got one more shot.
Yeah.
Last opportunity. Last opportunity.
You stupid, you old fool. Magic Mike Part 3.
Yeah.
Talk to me, D. If you can say something to your defensive coordinator, what would be your message to Mr. Lance Guidry? Talk to me. I know you got a good one.
Stay aggressive. Coach according to your personnel, something that everybody ignored last year. Coach according to your personnel. If your strength is the safety, hey, blitz them. If you got good enough corners that can play man to man, blitz them. If your lineman, if your D lineman, good enough, you know, the cross stunt and all that kind of stuff, man, let them keep doing it. That's why I got so frustrated last year. The Carolina game, if Steele would have blitzed a little bit, we'd have won the game. That quarterback, he had all the day in the world to scramble. He would not bring in no linebacker, no safety, nothing to put pressure on that boy. And we could have blew North Carolina out. He had all the time to to pass the ball. So, you know, if your specialty is being aggressive, man, stand on it. Don't worry about what the fans say, man. Do your thing. And, you know, yeah, he coached at Power 5, but if you could coach, you could coach. The main thing is like what Brother Jay Blaze said, can you convey your expertise in football to the players and get them to execute it? But if you could coach Little League, high school, whatever, the only thing is Power 5, you got a better, greater athlete than what you had where he was coaching at. That's all. You just had a better, greater athlete. If you can coach football, you can coach football. So I'm definitely not gonna drink the Kool-Aid at all.
Well, you have a lot of thirsty people.
Man, hey, I normally never would talk like this. Never. But after last year when I saw the boys quit in Florida State, man, I'm still shell-shocked. So, you know, take it as it comes. I mean, I don't think you can't do no worse than what we did last year.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Well, you know, last year TVD was looking like he was in prison. He was scared in the face. He wasn't doing no talking. That boy smiling, cheesing like he's running for office. Leading the offense after practice, you know. Everybody smiling in the interviews, man. And well, I know I got cousins in Louisiana, so I already know you got two fiery Cajuns, boy, on each side of that ball, man. They gonna get in your face when you mess up and give you respect when you do the right thing. So there wasn't no rah-rah on the sideline last year, you know, except Mario. Them guys was standing there, man, just looking crazy. Coaches, I mean. But nobody in the players behind when they messed up or nothing. I think they're gonna hold both sides of the ball accountable. And when they make bonehead mistakes, I don't think they'll hesitate to snatch the play out the game.
Good. I like that.
Oh, hey, the receivers look like they've been eating at what's that the all you can eat spot everybody go to.
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral, yeah, man, yeah. Them boys been eating.
Well, I hope they got some butter rolls.
It's looking good. They got it on their hands because they've been dropping a lot of passes in practice. They've been dropping a lot of passes, so I hope they can get it off their hands.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait for it to start, man. It's a tougher schedule. I see. You got the second game A&M, man. We're gonna jump on them hard, but you know Petrino, man, that man they can call the offense.
Yeah.
He outstanding calling the offense.
Yeah.
So last 2 years
Any particular player on defense you looking forward to seeing this year?
I want to see them four linebackers that hadn't come in yet, besides the one that's already there as a freshman. I want to see them linebackers, man. I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see McGowan's son as he heal up Chase. And, you know, in there with Francis Margot and the Saint. I'm interested to see them linebackers. I don't know what to expect out those two D linemen they got coming in because, you know, I don't want to judge nobody based on their height and weight right now because, you know, you got some cat, don't matter if they're not real, you know, heavy weight-wise, but if they got the heart, they can play. You know, because Bain, I think he got the 270, 275 what I heard.
Yep.
And I want to see that dude Moten, 300-pounder, who redshirted last year. I hope he step up because Leonard Taylor needs some help.
Do you think that Bain would be he's going to be an impact like Leonard Taylor was his freshman year coming in? You think that he'll make an immediate impact?
Good one there. I don't know, man, because I haven't seen the kid really. I seen, you know, some highlights against high school cats in which, you know, his growth was way ahead of the average high school kid. you going against grown men on that old line, so it's hard for me to say. You know, I mean, his height. You know, I don't know if he got long arms or not because I ain't but a little over 6'2". So I don't know how he is off the edge. You know, does he have long enough reach to keep the lineman off his chest? I don't know. Is he quick enough and you can put him inside? You know, to get around the guard? I don't know. I would hope so because I mean he really should have been a 5-star. So I hope so, man.
D. Drakeford just say Bane is gonna. D. Drakeford just say Bane is gonna change the game once he gets consistent playing time. He's a game changer. I think so too, D. Drakeford. That's why I asked the question.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
B-Mac say he want to see Washington and Elite Bryan.
I think he meant Malik Bryant.
Malik Bryant, them linebackers. I think them young boys going to eat. Yeah,
exactly.
That's a good linebacker.
I seen all their tape, man. All them boys can hit. I'm talking about when they hit you gonna hear that noise.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't had this good crop of linebackers since what? Before Rick came.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Golden had a good crop of linebackers, but I mean we ain't had this good crop of linebackers at one time in one class, and I don't know how long.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. I still couldn't believe we got all the linebackers, man. I still couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't count out that freshman from Georgia, my homeboy now. That boy, what is his last name? Horton too.
Joshua
is that you talking about the D tackle, or you talking about the linebacker?
Yeah, that D tackle.
Oh, that's Horton. Yeah.
Yeah, Joshua Horton.
Man, that boy 6'5". He's 6'5" over 300, man. The thing that I like, most importantly, even though size ain't always the key, you normally know when we recruit D-linemen, linebackers, safeties, whatever, linemen, offensive linemen too, it take them a year or two to put on weight. He bringing in cats already huge. Look at them other linemen that ain't even came in yet. Kinsler, Tenderlau, and I think it's one more. Them boys, besides the lineman Washington, them boys 6'5", 6'6" all the way across. I ain't seen nobody looking flabby, and they look like they could move.
Hey,
my main concern is the trenches, bro.
Hey, hold on. D. Drakeford just told me to tell you he gonna be in Duval, in Jacksonville all next week, and y'all need to hook up and have a drink and talk some canes.
Hey, but shoot him the number, man. Shoot him the number.
D. Drakeford.
Shoot him the number. Shoot him the number.
Okay.
And,
I'll shoot you his number, D. Drakeford.
Yeah, man. We'll make it happen.
Talk about them trenches. You was talking about the trenches. Go ahead about them trenches you were saying.
Hey, that's my number one concern. Without the trenches, you ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
So, hey, everybody was hard on Mario, including myself, but I had to come at the reality, man. He inherited this trash, man. Nobody knew how bad the team was when he took it over. I was in the 9 to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe the team was that bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once you ain't have but a first string offensive line. You had no second or third string. Who does this? I ain't never seen no Power 5 team do that. After off your first string, you ain't got no backup.
Facts.
Everybody was broke up, man. Hey, and as bad as we was on TVD, man, Gaddis had that man set up for a massacre, bro. As soon as he said hi, he was getting hit left and right.
Real.
Hey, D. Drakeford, email me, D. Drakeford, so I can send you DA number, man. Email me right there.
Hey, and let them know I'm from Atlanta. I just moved to Jacksonville, so I just say Duval, but I'm Atlanta relay, Atlanta bred.
Yeah.
ATA. But I was repping the Canes in Atlanta in the 80s, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, Them trenches, bro. It's all gonna be on them trenches, man. If you give BBD some blocking, he gonna pick it. He gonna pick somebody apart.
What do you think about
TVD?
What you think about the defensive ends? Will we have anybody that'll step up and be difference makers at the DN position? Jason Taylor is not a new position coach. Will we see anything out of Jafari Harvey this year?
He was doing pretty good last year, but you know, they still kept pulling them guys in and out. None of them played 3-4 downs at one time. They kept pulling them in and out. And we had some good DNs, but you couldn't never really see it. And you couldn't really see the growth of the D lineman because he kept rotating them in and out. We got some good DNs, man. I pray and hope that Cyrus Moss put on some weight, man, because I sure want to see that kid out there, man. I saw him in the spring game last year when he was my size at 6'6", 6'7", and he got the skill. He just got to put the weight on. And I mean, look at the size of them DNs, man, with the height, man. It's some tall, big DNs, bro, that he got. Jason Taylor, bro, he probably foaming at the mouth, looking at what he got to work with.
I know if I'm Jason Taylor, I'm hyped up over Mesidor. Mesidor would be my personal project right there, man.
Hey, you forgot Najee Kelly. Remember, he was coming on, but they kept pulling him out of the game. That boy huge, man.
Yeah. Rotation.
He's 6'6". He's about 6'5", 6'6", 270. Hey, look at the DNs, the freshmen. Jaden Wayne, that boy Achampong, he about 6'8". Them boys huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
He got plenty to work with. There's plenty to work with on that O-line. There's plenty. Hey, come on, man. Now we can talk offline anytime, man. Now you know, guys doing well. Mario did a hell of a job bringing in some new talent versus what we had last year. He did a hell of a job.
Most definitely.
And he ain't finished. And I think he might step back and let these boys do their thing.
Hope so.
I think he's going to step back and let them do their thing. Well, man, you already know Miss Louisiana.
Big
you
bro.
already know you ain't finna keep doing no caging any kind of way. They going to snap on you. I don't think they scared to cut Mario out, tell him to get out the way. But hey, we gonna be better, man. And that ain't the Kool-Aid. That just I just can't see us being worse no 5-7, bro.
Yeah, well, I hope not.
I can't see it.
King of Battle said, "Don't forget about Chance Williams." I forgot all about Chance, man.
Oh yeah. He from Jacksonville. Him and Jalen Rivers went to the same high school.
I forgot all about Chance. What he was number 22? Wasn't he 22 last year? He was number 22.
Number, man. Be honest, man. But I know he's a hell of a DN. He wasn't used that much. And what about my boy that we ain't nobody talking about? The DN / linebacker from Valdosta, Thomas something.
Thomas Brown.
Yeah, man. I forgot about him. He played good at DN when they used him.
13. Appreciate that, King of Battle. I forgot all about you.
The talent is there. That's all I can say. The talent is there. Now, are these coaches going to mold them? They look like they teaching so far. So that's a good sign, but the talent is there on the team. So we can't say this here, the talent not there. Now, we not second and third string deep everywhere. But the first string damn sure loaded. The first string loaded on both sides of the ball. If them boys can stay healthy, I won't pay back with Florida State. And
so you won't pay back?
Oh, man, come on, bro. These clowns in Jacksonville talking about they going to be in the national championship. They even crowned them to win the ACC. And I'm like,
what?
Y'all won 10 games. Y'all won 10 games. The 3 or 4 losses you had, you lost to all top 20 teams. So how does that translate to winning the ACC?
Yeah.
If you put some wood on that quarterback, they have no backup. He is the whole offense. You would not run that ball against Guidry like that. I can't see it.
We shall see.
I can't see it. Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed with when I'm watching on film. How they coaching them cats on the field. I like what I see. So that's,
all right.
That's about all I can see so far, man.
Okay.
It's a waiting process.
That's it.
So
you going to the spring game?
Y'all get some more calls. Hell yeah.
My God.
At first I wasn't going because they said Friday. I said, hold on. Hey, y'all doing this on a Friday? Then X said that it's going to be Friday night. I said, oh, yeah, man, I think that'll be good.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we plan on loading up the JVille crew and head on down like we normally do.
Okay.
Already.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know I call you live again like I did. I'm embarrassed I even called you live at the Florida State game.
No, it was all good, bro.
Yeah, we needed it.
Yeah, right. It was cool.
But hey, man, before I let y'all go, man, that was one of the baddest intros I ever seen for a pro or college game. They had cut the lights off, Larry Frank. They had all kind of lighting going on across the stadium. Mm-hmm. It was pitch black. They had all kind of stuff going on them 4 Jumbotron speakers when they got the Canes to come out through that smoke and the flames. And for them to put out that performance, man, it was just a travesty, man. I ain't never seen an intro like that for even a basketball game. That performance they had set up. But I'm kind of pissed with Mario because me and a whole bunch of cats went and bought them goddamn black jerseys because they supposed to be in the blackout night with them damn new jerseys and they ain't even wear the mother freaker.
Wear it to the spring game, man. You know, wear it to the spring game.
I gotta make sure that weight off, man, because that thing was a little tight, bro, when I put it on.
This boy here, whole fool.
Hey, my boy was roasting me. I had a 1X, bro. I put that thing on, boy. I had a 1X on, man. That thing was sitting like pancakes, man. It was on me left and right.
Had you a halter top on or something, did you?
And then you know that South Florida heat, it get hot down there, all humid, and then it's tight, and then it starts sticking and all of that. Oh yeah, you don't want them problems.
Yes, sir. That was my motivation, brother. I got to fit that jersey.
All right, man, DA.
All right, brother. Much love to y'all, man. I keep watching the show, man.
All right, man. We'll holler at you, boy.
Yes,
okay, fella.
Later.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
The officer say, boy, he had a bodysuit on that snap between the leg, boy, on him. I put DR in a dog on 1X. We got another caller, man. It's you talk, man. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
What's going on, D?
What's that, Chris?
Frank, what's going on, y'all?
That Chris.
Chris.
Yeah. Chris County, what up, boy? We're back. Hey, boy, you know you be making my day, boy, with them Instagram things you be sending me, right?
Hey, man. Hey, I just be passing the blessings on, bro. I be passing the blessings on.
He's stupid.
Hey, I ain't gonna keep them all for myself. I gotta keep the day going myself, man.
Man, talk to us, bro. Talk to us about this new defensive coordinator, man. What's your thoughts, man? If you had a message for him, man, what would you tell him, Chris Kane?
Make it simple. Make it simple. Break it down to them. You ain't got to keep them like they say slow and on the special bus. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is don't make it so to the point where they're confused. Don't make it to like how it was last year.
Chris, hold on real quick, Chris. I want you to finish your point. Hold on, Chris. We want to acknowledge somebody. This is our brother, man, Chris Malone, man. He said he biked from the Middle East, man. Y'all, let's welcome him back, man. This our guy. This our guy right here, man. Chris Malone, man. Yes, sir. Made it back safe, man. Yes, man. This I got, man. Chris Malone, man. We love you, brother, man. Welcome back home.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for your service and blessings to you and your family.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Sorry about interrupting you.
Home in one piece. Oh, it's not a problem. I already know what it is, man. Trust me. But just make it to where everybody knows their assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Make it easy for them. Don't make it hard where you got to do all this other kind of stuff. You got to do it in this way. Then if this don't work in that way, then this way. That's too much. That's too much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Break it down to them.
Mm-hmm.
Make it simple. Make it to where everybody can communicate with each other. That's the main thing. It's not. The defense is one thing, but when you on the field, you gotta communicate, dog.
Mm-hmm.
There was hardly any communication last year, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly any. That's what kills. You got to talk. I don't care. You ain't got to say anything. You can use signals. Tap your helmet for a certain play, or if you see a certain run. You know, tap your hip or something, or do something, or make or something that y'all have some kind of sign language with each other. Just communicate with each other. I don't care if you gotta have the time to make a smoke signal. Do it. Okay, just communicate. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Right.
That's all.
Right. Any particular player you looking forward to seeing this year on the defense, Chris?
I want to see Bane. I want to see the Saints. I want to see Melodor. I want to see Taylor. I want to see all of them. I want to see all of them. I want to be greedy. I want to be a greedy dude at Golden Corral. I want them all.
Say it. I want 2 rolls.
I want 2 rolls. Matter of fact, give me 3. I know I ain't supposed to have it, but it tastes good. Give me 3.
That's right. And I'm going to take a 4th one and put it in my pocket on the way out the door. That's right.
So what you trying, man? You big boy, you bet you. And because he pops it, I might go sip one in there while you playing, Larry. Gonna need that late night snack. But I just feel like everybody just has the right attitude and know what they're supposed to be. Because have y'all looked at their interviews? Because their interviews are something different. Because they've been very focused. Corey Couch was focused. CPD was focused. Jacory Brown was focused. A lot of these guys are focused and have their interviews. Their interviews is what made it look like, okay, this ain't the same team like last year. So this is going to be something that basically they're more focused than anything. And that's the most important part. And that's what I wanted to see. Now, it sounds good. But being on that field and resonating from what you learned in Green Tree and what you learned in practice and put on that field, it's going to be something different. And that's what I want to see.
That's facts, man. I want to read my big bro, man, Janal Hawkins. I want to see nasty and mean. Nobody had a chip on their shoulder. That is so true. And because it was times, Larry, Frank, Chris, you and I as well, man, we all talked about last year how guys just didn't show up. It seemed like they didn't want it. The other teams wanted it more than what we wanted it.
Right.
Yeah, everybody was just for themselves. Nobody played as a unit. Everybody was just for themselves. If I make a play, if I do this, if I do that, you got other guys on that team. You got 11 guys. It's not just you. It's 11 other guys. Talk to those are your brothers. You're supposed to go to war with your brothers. Okay? You win together, you lose together, but you're on that field with your brothers. Right. Communicate with them. If you see something, if you see that they not out, if you see them out of place, tell them, let them know. Okay. Right. Now, if you don't want to be corrected, then that sounds like a personal issue. But then again, if you want to be corrected, but nobody tells you that you're wrong, then that's selfish. So it goes either way. Right. You got to be able to learn everything on that field. You have got to be able to learn. There is not a person that knows everything. Because the ones that know everything, they're no longer alive. That's how I feel. Or they don't exist. You will always continue learning. If it's on football, off the field, life, college, work, anything. You're going to always learn something from somebody, no matter how young or old. But in this case, these are your peers. These are your brothers. You see what I'm saying? Y'all take a look at the one that Matt Lee had put out. I don't know if y'all seen it, but take a look at it. Matt Lee made a good point. He said he's been a leader. Tyler Van Dyke came all the way from Connecticut to make sure they got him. TVD didn't have to do that at all. When he was up there in Connecticut, that was his time. TVD didn't have to do that, but he did. Leadership, consistent accountability. That's what's being taught this year. But I got to see it on the field, brother.
Most definitely.
I got to.
Most definitely.
Can't get my hopes up. I give them 4 games till I see a difference. I want to see a difference in 4 games. I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid. I just told y'all about that Kool-Aid. I told y'all about that. Everybody sitting there, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I heard somebody was saying on another podcast, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, but I might sip some. No, I ain't drinking none of that. Just give me some water. Damn, man.
Hold on, Chris. I got a question I want to read. I want you to answer this as well. Sigmund asks, do you guys feel like some of the players couldn't handle hard coaching? I say yes, because that's why some of the guys that were on the team last year are not this year. That's my opinion.
I agree.
I'm gonna tell you now, the ones who's there are meant to be there. The ones that are not meant to be. When you are afraid of competition, you don't belong in the U. If you want to sit and dance on the sidelines and want to laugh and joke and think it's okay for you to consistently be mediocre, you don't belong in the U. If you want to sit and if you want to sit there and not have nobody to, when somebody tells you that you're doing something wrong and you don't have the decency to either you walk away from them or you disrespect them by not even acknowledging them, you don't belong in the U. Ain't no way in the, I'm going to tell you like this, and I mean this with every fiber of my being. Ain't no way in the hell I'm letting somebody walk in and take my spot that I fought for. I will fight you tooth and nail. We can get bloody on that field. But I promise you, we going to fight every week for that spot.
That's right.
We brothers now. We brothers. And when we get on that field, it's that last line. You can see that there's 2 lions and 1 piece of meat.
We're going to compete.
And I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. And if you smart, you better have that same mentality too. Because that ain't going to do nothing but sharpen us both. If I get hurt, you come in. There's no difference in the defense. If you get hurt, I come in. There's no difference in the defense. Nothing. Okay? So, nobody didn't want to learn. Everybody wanted to dance on the sideline and be the cheerleaders and all this other kind of stuff. Want to deal with, it's okay if you drop the ball, you're still going to start. All that's done with. Everybody wanted turnover change and all of this other kind of stuff while everybody else is winning national championships. They going to bowl games and winning bowl games and doing all this other stuff while we sit here with jury on our hands and on around our neck. That don't mean a damn thing. That's what it has. That's what it was. And to be honest with you, I got me a turnover chain. I do, because I'm a fan. But I'm glad Mario got rid of it, because that was a distraction. That was money that was spent by Manny Diaz, I guess. His own money. Let him take it up there. I see they ain't got one up there at Penn State. Because that garbage ain't allowed up there. We're here to play football. Not to have change and just to have something just to say that you made a play.
Yes.
All the OGs didn't need any of that stuff to make themselves Hall of Famers.
Come on, Chris.
You want you a chain? You want you something nice and glittery? Get you a gold jacket when you make it to the league, when you get ready to retire.
That part.
That's going to be your dream. Get you some Super Bowl rings. Okay? Win you some AFC and some NFC championships when you get to that next level, if you make it. But while you're here, get them ACC championships. Win a bowl game for once.
Tell it.
Win a bowl game. You win a bowl game, you can wear that chain. That's how I put it. Other than that, I don't care about you making plays. You're doing what you're supposed to do to win the game. Just because you do something good don't mean you're going to always be rewarded by going over there and putting a chain on. You make the play, but we down by 20. What's the point of the chain? When you gave up 3 interceptions to get them to 21 points. Come on now. Make it make sense. All that garbage and all that other crap is done for. And then another thing, I'm glad all of them came and got their damn kids too. Get your ass out. Get your ass out. You taking up room. You taking up room for somebody else to give somebody else an opportunity for them to make it. But you mad because the way that they coach you, because somebody telling you that you trash. Or that you not up to par. Now you sensitive. You want to be sensitive? Be a cheerleader. Go cry. Go be a cheerleader.
It's you talk, baby.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
That's right, Habib. That's right.
Yeah. Habib had to come on out. First time in 23. Habib excited.
Tell me, those who are here are here. And those who are not, they wasn't meant to be here. They didn't make the cut. But I'm glad we got who we got. And I want to see it on the field.
Preach.
That's all I want to see. That's all. I'm not doing all that extra stuff. Ooh, I want to see what happened at the spring game. I want to see what happens with this. I want to see what happened at the first. No.
Right.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch the spring game. I'm going to watch it practice whenever they have it. I'm going to watch the practices. I'm going to watch the spring game. I'm going to watch the fall camp and all that other kind of stuff. I'm going to watch the games. I'm going to give you 4 games, real games. Okay, now none of that tag you with type of crap. I want to see somebody get their ass put up under their eyebrows. I meant that. That's what I want to see. I would look at it from there. I'm like, okay, we'll see a difference. But I want to see what happens when you throw a pick. Let's see where your morale is at now. I want to see how long you can protect your quarterback from getting hit. I want to see what type of defensive plays other than Cam Kitchen, because he was all over the field. I want to see other players step up. That's what I want to see. I don't want it to be Xavier Restrepo. I don't want it to be just Cam Kitchens. I don't want it to be just Henry Parrish. Those are the horses. I want to see other players step up in every position. And to be honest with you, Jay Garcia, he wasn't meant for it. He would have been good in this offense.
Yeah.
But he left too early. But that's on him. Not you, the ops.
Yep. Come on.
We don't play in the bowl game. Jake, your ass, you ain't gonna be a good neighbor. You ain't gonna be Jake from State Farm, because we ain't gonna be no good neighbor. We ain't gonna be no good neighbor. I'm telling you now. Whoever's there is there. That's meant to be there, and we gonna move forward, because this shit don't stop sailing for nobody. Mario, we trust. Good job, Mario. They ain't gonna fly the banners to get you fired yet. Not yet.
Not yet. We're gonna see.
Not yet.
Chris Kane, well, we appreciate the call, brother. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you know I had to do it. You know who I was waiting on. You know who I was waiting on to sit there and show his face. You know who I was waiting on.
He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back no time soon. You probably won't see him after the spring, baby. You talking about Ham Hock?
And I hope I don't see it.
You probably ain't gonna see him after the spring game, man. Ham Hock gonna stop by, holler at us again, man. It's a new year. You know he coming through, so you might as well get. You know he coming through, right?
Well, if I recall, Ham Hock was a pimp. Boy, Ham Hock was up there talking about all the women he had. Ham Hock probably laid up with some women right now.
Hey, Chris, he done found me on Twitter, Chris. He hit me up on Twitter.
I'm gonna tell you both like this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. And I think Habib might come out after this one. You can have all the women you want when you blow them up.
Oh my gosh!
There you go, Habib. Shout out to Habib. Shout out to Habib, the first man to travel on a carpet that ain't got to waste no cash. But I'm gonna holler at y'all fellas, man.
All right.
To the show. Y'all have a good
All right, man. We love you, bro. You be safe, bro.
Be good.
All right, love y'all.
All right. Chris Kane, bro.
It's you talk, baby.
Chris Kane gonna always bring it. Hey, man, big bro, it's the same thing, man. We didn't do much recruiting, man, at receiver this year. Same guys, Restrepo, Ladson. I think Kobe Young lost a couple of pounds. He actually looked pretty good from what I've seen. Again, that's just on video from what I've been seeing on YouTube, him in practice. But it's pretty much the same guys. I think we got that freshman. What is his name? One of the Washington kids.
You got the twin brothers. You got Bobby and Robbie Washington. Robbie, I think, is the wide receiver.
Robbie.
Got, Nathaniel Joseph, Ray. You still got to see what Brashard Smith, if he can step up.
Michael Redding,
Isaiah Horton. The one thing I would say about the wide receiver position is, and we'll get into this when we highlight Kevin Beard. You actually have an actual wide receiver that's your position coach. And he's a wide receiver with credibility, and right. He's got receipts. If you know what we mean, so I think you got to remember when he was here previously. I mean, I think he brought in Sam Bruce. I might be mistaken, but I think Gunther.
You're right, Stephen. I forgot about Jacoby. I want to see
George.
Him reach his potential, man. He got potential. We just got to see it come out.
Yeah. So I think everybody that's still kind of having an issue with the receiver situation, I think that's going to work itself out because Kevin Beard previously had recruited some top-notch receivers. So I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt when you got Mario as your boss, and he's the master recruiter. And if you're good as you were before, I think we'll be all right. But I think with what we got, because let's be real, let's be honest, let's go back to last year. They were dropping passes, they weren't doing nothing. Is it really fair to say that it was all on the receiver? I mean, I know they got to execute and make the plays, but when you got Gaddis as a receiver coach, who's to say he was even telling them anything or correcting them? We don't know. We'll never know. So I think you got a guy in Beard that's going to turn that receiver situation around.
That's what's up, y'all. It's been real tonight. It's been real. We've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. We want to thank everybody that has called in, chimed in through the chat. We appreciate it. And Larry Frank, I'm going to let you give some departing words to get us out of here. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, you know what? Love the show tonight, man, and love the overtones of the show, and just to kind of keep with the theme, if there was anything I could tell Lance Guidry, it would be establish yourself as the defensive coordinator. Right now, it ain't about perfecting nothing. It ain't about perfecting the playbook or nothing like that. That's what summer and fall camp is going to be for. Right now, it's about establishing yourself as a defensive coordinator. Establish the identity. Establish what you want to do on defense. And on top of that, establish and start learning who your defensive leaders are going to be. You start building from the ground up right now in the spring, and as we progress and go through time, when the season gets here, Now, when it's time to start implementing these schemes and game planning and what we can do, you've got that foundation. So that would be what I would tell them. But in closing, great show. Love the U-Talk family. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for the shout outs and everything. And just thank you for, coming rock with your boys on a Friday night, man. We love y'all.
Couldn't have said it no better. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. You guys have a great, safe weekend. And we will be back again next Friday, same time. We're going to touch on another position coach. I think we'll stick with the defensive side of the ball. You want to do Jason Taylor next week?
Why not? Let's talk about the gold jacket. Let's talk about the gold jacket next week.
Let's talk about the gold jacket, man. So we're gonna speak about Jason Taylor next week. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys next Friday. So again, thank you all. We love y'all. Take care of yourself. And y'all know how we start every show. And y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby.
Without you, baby.
And we out, man. We love you guys. Stay safe. It's U-Talk always. Love y'all.
It's U-Talk, baby.